Is that me?
Girl, that's me. And I'm still hearing it. I don't know why.
You
Girl,
gotta
that's
mute something.
my phone. It was my phone. Sorry, everybody.
Hey, Tom.
I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm hearing it more and more. Copyright disclaimer: everything that we are saying is allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes only. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is allegedly. Thank you. And hi, everybody. Oh, shoot. I'm choking over here like I'm over there with you, Precious.
Get it together, ma'am.
Welcome to Talk to Rose.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to Talk to Rose, episode 62. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
We're doing well. How are you, Rose?
I'm okay. I made it through today. So,
Amen. Amen.
Hey.
and like I always say on this show, we talk about everything going on in the world, good, bad, wonderful, and raggedy. So that's just life now. This
Right.
this year has been a real roller coaster.
It's the new norm. That's crazy.
It really is. And
Right.
we're already into October. So I would like to thank all my guests for tuning in every week and everybody that goes and watches the replay. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. So everybody that's watching right now, make sure you guys go like, share, and subscribe. Hi, Sharon. How are you doing? Thanks for staying up late. I know it's 10 o'clock out there in Houston. So thanks for staying up to watch us. Okay, so it is October. It's finally October. Can y'all believe that this year is almost over? Like, this flew by.
It did.
This year flew by. It was just like it was just January. We was watching Cat Williams tell us everything that was gonna happen this year. And everything has came to
Fruition.
Yeah.
Every week is a new year.
yeah, because everything he said has came true. It seemed like that was just yesterday.
It
And
does.
now is October 2nd. So happy October to everybody. This is for everybody that loves Halloween and everything. So I want to give my birthdays out for the October. I think everybody is Libras. So, I don't know. So first I want to say happy birthday to my cousin Renita. She is least, I think
Birthday.
Renita gonna be like 64.
Her age always amazes me
Yeah,
since
she
we've
gonna
been
be
little
60.
girls.
Yeah,
Right.
60. She's gonna be 64. I know she don't look 64. This is the real definition of black don't crack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because these are recent photos of her right here. These are like 2 or 3 years old, and she still looks the same. Black don't crack. So happy 64th birthday to my cousin Renita. And then next I have my niece Sanaya. Well, my great niece Sanaya. It's gonna be her 18th birthday. So she would be halfway legal. 18 is halfway there.
You will still get a whipping.
For
Happy
real.
birthday, princess. We love
Clear.
you.
So she will be the big 18 this month.
Oh, wow.
So
I
happy birthday,
know.
Sanaya
Happy
and
birthday.
Renita and everybody else that has a birthday in October. If you have a birthday in October and you want us to shout you out, just send me your birthday and we'll shout you out. So happy birthday to all the Libras out there. Yeah, happy birthday, Renita from Melandra. Okay, so like I said, it's Halloween. Do you guys in the chat celebrate Halloween? If so, what are you guys doing for Halloween? What are you letting your kids do for Halloween? And have you started decorating? Because I seen people put their decorations up like last week. It wasn't even October yet, and they
Mhm.
had decorations up. So, do you guys celebrate Halloween? And if so, what are you guys doing? Are you dressing up? Are you letting your kids go trick or treating? All that stuff.
Are you asking us? Or are you asking the audience?
I'm asking both you guys and the
Oh,
audience. You guys let me know in the chat. if you're celebrating Halloween. If so, what are you doing? Are you dressing up? What are you letting your kids do? So you guys let me know too, Asia. And so
I don't celebrate Halloween. I would like to get dressed up this year for when I hand out candy. I would like to. I'm feeling a little enthusiastic about my new shape.
Hmm?
what about
But fall is my favorite season, so I love fall.
Hey.
hi Tia? What about you?
Hi.
Are you celebrating Halloween? Are you dressing up? Are you
Yes. Yes. Because first of all, Halloween falls on a Thursday this year. I think a Tuesday or Thursday. I don't know, but it's on one of my off days,
It's a
right?
Thursday.
So, boom, I'm off, and I'll be participating,
Hallelujah night?
and we will not be there. Lord, I'm sorry, Lord. You know my heart. I'm sorry.
Hallelujah night. That's
What it
where
was for 18 years. I think now.
when we was growing up, we my mama let us celebrate Halloween, but we went to the church stuff. But then after that, she would let us go trick or treating. So we still got to do other things, but we still was able to go trick or treating too. I'm the type now. I'll let Amir celebrate Halloween, but we only going around the corner or something like that. We not going nowhere for. I'd rather do that trick or trunk and stuff like that because I still feel like they kids, even though we don't want to celebrate, like we may not want to celebrate Halloween. I don't want to take that away from kids. But I do feel like it's a lot of demons out there now, and they pick that night to do ungodly things. So I used to want to pass out candy, but when people was doing that, stuff was happening. So I didn't pass out candy last year. I did the year before that, and I just gave them dollars. Like I gave all the little kids $1, and they were so happy for that $1.
Now that I would be doing that. What the hell? You nice. When was this? Where was I?
Right?
It was like 2 years ago because we didn't do it last year, and I was like the year before that. We sat out there. I had my music on and all that, and they was like, "Oh," telling the other kids, "She's giving out money." I'm like, "It's just $1," but that really meant something to them children.
Oh, that's
So
so sweet.
I'll let Amir celebrate it when it comes to that, but I don't feel like I should take it away from the children. Let them have fun. And if that means go to Hallelujah night for the other kids, then let them go.
Right.
Prayers to
Let
them.
me see. Alondra said, I don't celebrate it other than church. All you will be Michael Jackson, but I'm not dressing up. That's going to be so cute. I want to dress up, though. I used to love dressing up for Halloween. I used to love going to the Halloween parties. Like, this was one of my favorite things to do was get dressed up for Halloween. But I haven't did it in so long. And then it's like these parties nowadays, you be scared to go to them. Like,
I used to dress up for my employees. You know how each team picks a theme, like something like that. But other than that, no. You know what? Izzy, I'm like, what did we do before COVID? Izzy gives a really big Halloween party. He loves Halloween. So I would go to his parties. The one to work for Usher, that's it. It has to be somebody I know. Otherwise, I'm not comfortable. And I don't believe in demonic things.
See, that's what I'm saying. It used to be fun when you could go to all the Halloween parties and everything.
Yeah.
And she said, I did my classroom.
I forgot.
I'm gonna do the house this weekend. I'll let the girls walk a couple of blocks real quick. So that's what I'm saying. It don't seem like Halloween was how it used to be when we was kids.
We have to make it like that. It's like I feel like the spirit was in the air, but it was also like our parents' input and just like, I feel like we need to make it
make it safe again.
Yeah, like
Agreed.
have our own Halloween party. We know ain't nobody coming and shoot them up, bang bang. That we
right because we all stay in good neighborhoods. I agree.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we got to do that. Alondra said, "Yep, it's not safe to go out. Really, I'm telling you, it used to be fun. I used to go to all the Halloween parties. I used to be so happy for Halloween. Now I'm like, shoot, I need my life. I want to live to see. I want to live to see another day."
Like I'm the type of person to be dressed up at work. Like I will be dressed up.
I did.
I don't know.
But the kids, when they went trick or treating, we didn't let them keep the candy. They got to throw that candy away. We bought them candy though, so they still had candy and they could pick whatever they wanted. But I didn't let them keep their candy.
Thank God we never encountered anything like crazy. We always just heard about stories and stuff like that.
And that scares me.
Encountered it, So yeah.
So that's that.
I can't wait to see the costumes.
I
I
can't wait
heard
to
Sheen
either.
got the BBL Drizzy. I might just bust that out too because I've just been so
Girl, yo is crazy.
such a big stepper.
We'll see what I might dress up. I said I'll let Amir be Mario Brothers since that's his favorite costume, and maybe I could be one of the Mario people too. I don't know.
That's cute.
It depends. It depends. Okay, so we'll get into our hot topics. First of all, everybody thought this happened in October, but rest in peace to John Amos. Am I saying his name right? Amos?
Mm-hmm.
Amos, yeah.
Amos. I'm like Amos. Amos. He passed away in August.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody just found out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
His daughter said that she just found out yesterday with us.
Jesus.
She just found out yesterday with us. So, but rest in peace to him. You guys know him. He for playing Kunta Kinte, James Evans on Good Times. What was it on
Coming to America?
What was it?
Oh, Mr. McDowell.
McDowell's, yeah,
Mr.
McDowell. So he lived a good life. So rest in peace to him. It's just crazy that your kid, one of your daughters, don't find out till 45 days later. But I do know they said that the son would be keeping him away from the rest of the family.
What did Jay-Z say? Nobody wins when the family feuds, and this is
that's sad.
That's sad to feel.
Yeah, but so rest in peace to him. But he lived a good life. So that was our rest in peace.
I know. Wait, no. Before we even breeze through that though, because I was already like following up with that story, and like at least his last couple of days, his son took him to Jamaica.
Oh, his son took him to Jamaica.
Is that where that girl had that put that
posted that picture? Yeah, because that was August 13th. So at least I mean, positive thinking.
Girl, she out of pocket for putting that picture though. I wasn't even going
as hell. The disrespect of it all.
I thought that was an old picture. I did not know that was recently. And for you guys that don't know what we're talking about, a young lady, I guess that was them in Jamaica. She said that she remembered that day and that she put her private part on him and he wasn't able to walk after that.
See, so this is why people don't be wanting to put stuff out.
This was a couple. So Precious said this was a couple of weeks before he passed. Because he passed.
I thought it was a long time ago.
I thought it was.
At least he got something before he left. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He went out happy. Look, he went out happy. He went out happy.
He went.
That makes it even worse, though. That makes it worse for the daughter because for them to be saying, "Oh, we hadn't talked to him" and stuff like that, whose fault is that?
The son,
that's what everybody was saying, but they said the son was keeping him away. Like it was, I remember reading about that last year. It was like an ongoing battle because the sister was saying that the brother was doing elderly abuse, and that's when remember kind of last year he came out and said that his son wasn't doing it, but they said that they could tell that he didn't write it.
No, because they had somebody standing in the back holding the sign up trying to read this.
Remember, you didn't. I remember last year. Yeah, they was talking about it was being an ongoing feud with that family. And
well, if that was your mom and your mom was that old,
either my brother wouldn't be able to take me away.
That's my only point.
Yeah, they would have to be hiding underground somewhere.
That's my only point because I'm gonna be a whole Rambo over my mama. So, man,
that's so crazy because I think that is other people involved in this too. Because in August, and then I think the family is saying allegedly, the family is saying that they waited this long to release that he died so that they could go ahead with the cremation and all that stuff, so that it was no way.
Yeah, it made sense, and that's why I said they wanted to do something, and then
that's
because the publicist is the one that came out and said he passed away. You know, the publicist knew that day,
right?
It's giving.
That's why I'm like, how was the publicist's name on the letter if the publicist didn't know?
Exactly.
Like
they knew.
Let that man rest in peace.
Yeah, let him rest in peace.
Speculation alley, my bad.
Okay. No. I'm saying all the different stuff that came out. Like it just came out yesterday. And we always say, like, I wouldn't want it to be out external. Let my family deal with it like that. So then when we
Take
hear
that
about it,
better.
we're like, oh, cool. Then automatically it's stuff, a whole scandal anyways. Like, dang.
Right.
The lady posting the picture, not even knowing she giving clues. And that's
Baby.
crazy too, because you never know what you over here releasing, what information you're releasing.
Exactly.
So, well, that, like we said, our thoughts and prayers is with the family. Is nothing they can do now. And he's resting in peace. So maybe they can get this resolved. Probably, most likely, they won't. But because the dad ain't here, they don't got to talk no more. So we'll get on to the next story. This is an update from one of the stories that I have reported on earlier, probably last month. Do you guys remember when I talked about the 13-year-old cousin that unalived her 8-year-old cousin over fighting over the cell phone?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have she's been indicated and she's going to be tried as an adult. So how do you guys feel about that? And for the people that don't know about the story, I'll refresh your memory. So it was an 8-year-old and a 13-year-old. They're cousins. They're at their grandmother's house for the summer, and they're supposed to be sleeping, and they're fighting over an iPhone. And the 13-year-old cousin, which I think she was 12 at that time, unalived her little 8-year-old cousin. She put covers and all of that, pillows and all that over her until she unalived her. And then she propped up her body, cleaned her up, propped up her body to make it look like she was asleep. The next morning, the grandma came in there and seen that the little girl was unalived. Just so happened the grandma had a camera in there that records everything, and she really seen what happened, and she had to call the police. So that's what happened, and they already had said that they were thinking about trying her as an adult, and she is. So how do you guys feel about this in the comments? And I'll get you guys how you feel, but how do you guys feel in the comments? Do you think that a 13-year-old should be tried as an adult because what she did, or should she get a slap on the wrist because she's a minor? I will say that I feel like if that was my daughter, my niece or not, that did it, try her as an adult. I'm you not getting no sympathy with me when you did that to. First of all, y'all fighting over a cell phone, and then you unalive my daughter over a cell phone, and then clean her up and prop her up. I wouldn't care if they gave her life in jail after that. I would. You're not getting no sympathy for me, niece or not. You're not getting no sympathy for me. The family, both of the sides lose anyways. So it's like, I do feel like she do need some kind of psychiatric help or something. Like she does need that, but I don't feel like she should just get no little slap on the wrist because she was 12 when it happened. How do you guys feel about it?
I'll play devil's advocate. I feel like that's sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she's still a child. Mm-hmm. Even though the extent in which she went to cover it up is a lot to, like, you know, digest, but it's still a child, like, you know, and she can still be, behaviors can be corrected, which is what I learned today in my DUI class, 11 months guys, sidebar. No, but for reals, I really feel like this is harsh. Like, you know what I mean? First of all, if you're going to charge her as an adult, then the parents or whoever was there, the grandma in this case that wasn't watching them, should be charged.
They were supposed to be asleep.
But still.
Mm-mm.
But still,
no,
I just feel like no.
No, you can't implicate nobody that was asleep.
She don't need to be charged as no adult. Like, don't throw her life away because she made a mistake that so happened to cost a life. But hell, accidents happen, and we're not God.
No, we're not God. That was just we're not God, but that was a vicious.
Emotions, like, you can't be over here, like, you know, holding in these emotions and shit, because then that causes cancer and all this stuff. So really, what would God do?
I would have to
WWJD. What would
Jesus do? You gonna get tried as an adult. That's what Jesus would do.
I think she should be tried as an adult. Because if this was a little white kid, we'd be pro charge him as an adult. We would see the sadistic mentality behind it. Do I think she can be reformed? Yes. Do I think she should be tried as an adult? Yes. And if she gets to the point where she's going from child jail or prison to adult prison and they can reform her, then they reevaluate it at that time. I don't think it should be life without parole or any of the things that will lock her in. But I do believe that in order for you to do something like that, that's not a mistake. That's a mentality. Nothing in your heart told you to stop doing that. And it's not a mistake because you put her back in the bed, you covered her up, you did all of these things. That's a different kind of layer there.
That's the only reason why I feel like that. That's the only reason.
That's the only reason I feel like that as well.
Tried as an adult is because when she cleaned her up, I swear on everything I love, she didn't do that. If she didn't do that part, if she didn't do that part, I would feel different. It would be different. I would still feel like she would need to go to jail, and but I wouldn't be feeling like, no, try her as an adult. Correct. It's that trying to cover it up. Like I didn't like that at all.
That's the part for me as well, because that was a little too much
abuse that goes on in jail and stuff too. So then take her from this environment and put her in a whole nother environment where we know she's not going to thrive. And you know, this is basically like writing her off. Like, no, she made a mistake.
She took a life.
They take life every day.
If you leave her out and don't treat it,
God knew.
What if she does this to somebody else?
God knew that all this was going to happen. Right?
Okay, then nobody should go to jail.
Hey, well, shit, ain't nobody going anyway. You see Trump running for president. That's the main motherfucker that needs to be in jail.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion.
Right. But that's neither here nor there.
Right. Like, that's a whole nother discussion. Alondra said, I think she needs to be treated as an adult for trying to cover it up. I think that's where it's at. If she would have did that, I think everybody would feel different. It's that trying to cover it up.
Because that takes a whole different side of your brain. When you know how the brain works and you studied and understand that, you know that those took two different types of behaviors. How are you not crying? You not upset. You not nothing. Her wiring is wrong.
Weaker and wiser. They come in here weaker and wiser. Her spirit, man, was weak. Her flesh was strong, and it just
she was on demon time.
No, for real. How do we know that it wasn't a demon? How do we know that
it
is? Like,
it's definitely a demon that needs to be treated.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people walking around with these spirits and stuff. That's why these kids don't need to be watching the stuff they watch, because them spirits get inside of them. So I do believe that it could be a spirit. That them spirits jump right on inside of you. That's why
I agree.
So this is a kid. Like, just think, spirits jumping adults that don't know how to act.
Agreed.
This is a kid. So they know
he's still a human. That should make it even worse that you a kid.
No, it should make it even worse. That
fear don't scare you as a kid.
They've been through adolescence and all that. So no, it's worse as an adult because you know better.
Well, we'll see.
Bad for kids because
we'll just see what
they're showing what they see.
You know that they gonna make sure we see what happens with this case. So we'll keep.
What state was it in?
I gotta look it up. I cannot remember. It was down south somewhere. I can't remember where.
I wonder if they're going to put it out where you can see it. You know how some cases it's on Zoom, like with Nesto and different people?
I don't think so, because
you don't think so?
Those are still minors. I don't think that it would.
Okay.
So the next thing I wanted to talk about is, because we back on that fentanyl stuff, I just got to keep on putting this out there for these kids and even the adults. But so they released the cause of death for Rich Homie Quan. The Fullerton County medical examiner reports that the death was ruled as an accident after the deadly ingestion of fentanyl, Xanax, codeine, and promethazine. So all that taken at once. And then they said he did have THC in his system, but that wasn't a cause of his death. It was the other four things. So my thing again, it was like that's committing suicide. Could y'all please stop doing this stuff? Like, they need, like we said, they need to bring the DARE programs back. Because
that's a whole cocktail.
Yeah, they need to bring the DARE programs back. This is your brand, this is your brand on drugs. Because this is getting out of control with this fentanyl. Like, if you ain't out, if you gonna do pills, if you just feel like you gotta do it, at least get it from somebody you know that got it from the pharmacy. Do not be buying no pills off the street. Like,
don't even do that. Did you see it just opened Matthew Perry's case back up, and the doctors is being tried for being the ones that got him that drug that starts with a K, he had an overdose too, and he got drugs from the doctor.
We knew that he overdosed, but they was trying to say that he didn't. We knew that.
Yeah, they found the doctor now.
Just passing away in a hot tub. Boy,
the doctor is being tried in LA. He's being tried in LA. It was on.
Well, I'm just saying, if you gonna do that, the doctors, in this case, the doctor is gonna get tried, but in the other cases, y'all buying these pills off the streets and all that, and these people putting a fentanyl on it. I just don't get it. Like, do y'all not want y'all customers to come back? Like, I don't get it. But
you mean because they stepping on it?
Are you guys not trying to make it to Christmas? Nobody wants to make it to Christmas? Nobody wants to see the new year?
I guess not. But this one girl I was talking to, she was like, what it is when somebody passed away from a product, that becomes the most hottest product on the streets because they want to get the next high. But I'm like, you want to get that high to where you out of your life?
You want to go upper room high? No, thank you.
Bro, with all of those drugs, I know some are uppers, some are downers.
There was, yeah.
What wasn't that a combination of uppers and downers? So your body is fighting that, plus fighting something you don't technically need, plus it was probably too much. So it was a lot of things happening.
So that's my thing is bring the DARE programs back for these kids. And I guess the adults need the DARE program too. Because it's like, this is just running rapid. And I hate it. This is the number one cause of death now is fentanyl. I think they beating cancer now. So come on now, people. Y'all got to stop. Y'all leave it.
Beating cancer. That's intense, ma'am. Allegedly. No, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like it's sad. I feel like it's sad. You know, I refuse to incriminate myself. You feel me? I think that, for like you guys said, don't buy it off the street, and it's supposed to be from somebody you trust. Like, you know what I'm saying? But still, even just like from the looks at them, like even with looking at them, sometimes you can kind of like.
You could tell if it's being altered.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Or like, you know. So it's really like every time you do it, it's a gamble.
Agreed.
That's so scary. It's you playing Russian roulette. Like,
yes.
It's gambling. And the only way is to get help, you know. But you have to want to. It's either you're going to get help on Earth or they're going to be helping raise money to bury you. Does that make sense?
It
that's
does.
literally what it is.
And like, then they need to start having life insurance because don't nobody want to be having all these GoFundMes and car washes and stuff because
like if you got money to indulge in the fun stuff, you should have money to indulge.
And life insurance don't cost that much. Like if you could buy pills and do all that, you should have life insurance.
Especially with the amount of money that people be spending and stuff. Like, yeah, that shit is crazy.
I heard they be spending up to $500, $2,000 a day sometimes on stuff, and I'm like,
you know what? I take that back because life insurance, a lot of they have them clause in there. Sometimes, they probably won't even pay your family out for that.
I know. With it being accidental, would it be paid out?
I don't know. We would have to talk to somebody about that.
If they didn't say that it's intentional, like intentionally unaliving. Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. But even with that, some policies, if you have it for 1 year, 2 years, they just want to make sure you didn't get it to do that and then file the claim. So later on,
even if that's what I'll be, and we'll get into that another time. Insurance is being scammed because even if a person did commit that to unalive themselves, whatever they put into their insurance, then if y'all saying y'all don't want to pay my family, give my family the money back that I put into it.
You get that back.
The equity or what is it?
It's exactly what you just said. You get that.
I'm like, because y'all playing the game. Y'all just want to take money and not give it out. So that's my thing on that. We need the DARE programs back.
It's the Rich Homie Quan's family.
Yeah, just because that's sad. Okay, and this is one more thing. Our quick little P. Diddy session.
This don't need to be quick. It don't need to be quick. He needs to go to jail. It's a wrap. He did everything.
Okay, but so he got hit with a 120 additional allegations.
I heard
120. And 25 of them were allegedly with minors. They were with minors. So I mean, and a lot of people, other people have came out in his defense, not in his defense, but people, it's been women. No men still haven't said nothing. It's been the women. So I've seen 3 women come out and say that they've been to the freak offs, and one of them was the Playboy bunny, Kendra. And she was basically said it was the same thing that was at his parties was at the Playboy Mansion, which is exactly what I said a couple of weeks ago. Like it was this Hugh Hefner was doing the same damn thing. But everybody she was like, everybody knew what was going, everybody knew what was going on. They had the drugs out freely. You didn't have to take it. But that's where Diddy messed up when they said that they was making them take it when they unknowingly. But she said for the most part, she was like, everybody there knew what was going on. She was like, same thing. She was like, so she's not understanding how this is going on. So everybody keep on saying P. Diddy made somebody mad. So we don't know. So that's the latest on P. Diddy.
But just think, if you do something, right? Like I used to smoke weed. If I go to somebody's house to smoke weed, am I going to be upset because they offer me weed? No, you went because you knew they smoke weed. So it's the same thing. It happens at any party. It's just a choice of what you have out. Alcohol all the way up to drugs. I'm with her. You knew when you went and you was happy. Oh, he's the one supplying what we need. Oh, we gonna party. Everybody wants to go to a Diddy party.
Yeah, posting you gonna pictures and everything. But I'm paying for it. Posting pictures and everything now.
Yeah.
So
but people do that at regular parties.
That came with it. Like I think that you guys aren't taking into account the type of power and the type of cult that came from being seen at a Diddy party. Like, you know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? So just by you wanting to be there doesn't mean that you want it to be drugs.
We said that part already at the beginning.
That doesn't mean that you.
We said that part already at the beginning. We said no, those people don't count.
Like I wanted to be there. I didn't want to be a victim. So that
that's what I was saying. I was saying no. That's what I said. I said it didn't. People wanted to be at Diddy's party, but I said that's where he messed up. She said there was drugs around, but I'm saying the people that wanted to do drugs could do it, but where he messed up was putting it in the liquor and all that.
Exactly. And so then at what point did he start? At which party did this start? Or had it already been going on at all the parties and nobody knew? It clearly did for Rick Ross to just casually slip that in a rap.
Well, so then you know, all them probably about to go down. That's why I said for him
it's like everybody.
For him to do that, but I feel like they making an example out of him because the white people been doing the same thing. They went to trial and everything, and they not doing everything that they doing to P. Diddy, and they did the same exact thing. So that's why I said this would be short.
At the end of the day,
they had they had the collection for the
they wouldn't have shit to hold against them. Like, you feel me? Like if you didn't fuck up, they wouldn't have nothing to fucking frame you with. And then on top of that, the type of person that you were too. And then you got the nerve to be mad and speaking out against this company that you know has way more money than you.
Right.
That's operating just like you. And now you want to play victim because they fucked you like you've been fucking everybody?
And saying now he's saying the reason why he was like that because he wasn't in his right mind because he stayed drugged up all day. So him doing all that, he not even in his right mind to know like you're not doing the right thing because
so that gives him an okay to be sexually assaulting people.
Oh no, I'm saying this is what they said. That's now this is what his lawyers is saying in his defense is the reason why he made the decisions that he made with the other people was because he was doped up and stuff all the time. And a lot of people were saying that for years. Like he don't be sober. He don't be sober at all. So that's why I said this was real short with P. Diddy because you know we could go on and on about this.
For real. Don't worry.
We're done with that. We're done with that. And so and then we want to put our thoughts and prayers out to all the people in North Carolina that were affected by the Hurricane Helen. That it's all bad out there. And yet and still, the United States is sending money to somewhere else. I don't get it. We send money to everybody else. I don't see none of them other countries sending no money over here.
Where's American Red Cross at with all the fucking money they collected over?
Oh, they out there right now. They out there. But that's the last person I would give money to at Walmart today. Do I want to round off my change to American Red Cross? Hell no.
I feel like they need to be investigating their little organization too because
I think that they do too.
But anyways, I'm sorry. Prayers to North Carolina.
Yeah, our prayers are going out to everybody affected to that because right now they said the total of unalived are 30, and then 1,000 people are unaccounted for. And that's just today. And it's really bad out there. So our prayers and thoughts go out to everybody.
Like a Hurricane Katrina 20 years later, like another, like, you know, literally.
Mm-hmm. And look what the Red Cross did out there. They was not helping them people at all. Look how many, all the people had to go to other states and everything. And look how much money the Red Cross collected for Hurricane Katrina.
And where'd that money go? While they investigating Naomi Campbell's, where is their
That was funny with her. That was funny. Okay, so our main topic tonight is, should you rent or buy in this economy? And make sure everybody that's watching right now, you press the like button right now. So should you rent or buy in this economy? So let me play this little video for you.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I will never be able to afford a house. I will never be able to afford a house.
Home prices are rising nationwide as inflation remains stubborn and mortgage rates remain high as Americans compete for fewer available homes. Home prices in March were up 0.4% compared to February. Now that's the second month in a row that we have seen gains.
My parents' house that is $195,000 back in '96 is now worth like $500,000 to $700,000. My children will never be able to have the life I live because I can't afford to do it.
I don't think any of us thought when we were growing up that owning a home would be a luxury. Like maybe we thought it would be a bit difficult, but not like a luxury that basically only the rich will be able to afford.
No one that works a full-time job should be facing homelessness. And that's what my family is facing right now.
Being completely radicalized by the rental housing market right now, I cannot believe that you can pay over $300 in non-refundable fees just to apply for an apartment.
A big part of the reason why social life here in America is getting more and more difficult has to do with the fact that nobody can afford decent housing.
Everybody in America kind of knows, like, it's over. Like, there will be no recovery. Like, this is not like the other times. This ain't like 2008 where, oh, we'll crash and then we'll get back up.
Because right now, this economy, this world is set up to make average American families fail.
And I'm appalled that our particular kind of capitalism not only fails to deal with the housing problem, but somehow routinizes it so that the homelessness is blamed on the homeless, blaming the victim kind of, because I can see why a society does it, because if you're such a failure at providing this basic human need, you better blame somebody, because otherwise you risk blaming yourself.
If I can get my hands on a nice lump sum of money, baby, I'm buying land in another country and I'm out of here because there's nothing left here but struggle.
Okay, so that was the video. So everything, I feel like that video made me sad because it really is true nowadays. Like, it's depressing. Like, it's depressing to see how we are right now. So this was what I read in one of the articles. It said, buying has always been favored over renting when it comes to housing. For some, renting is considered throwing away your money, while buying is an investment. The truth is, the answer to renting versus buying is much more than what we seem. So obviously we have pros and cons for buying and renting. In the chat, tell me, because I did do a poll on Facebook and all that, what do you guys think in this economy now, or just overall, what would you rather do, rent or buy? Just let me know in the comments if you can, rent or buy. So I'll go over some of the pros of renting. Flexibility and mobility. You can move out whenever you want to move. I won't even say, it's less responsibility because you don't have to deal with maintenance and all that. You call the homeowner for that. I won't say that it's cheaper because it's almost now neck and neck. It might be a little bit cheaper, but every year they can raise their price, and we'll go into that a little bit later. You can still own other properties even though you're renting. You don't have any property taxes. You don't have any predictable expenses. And like I said before, no maintenance. The cons are you're not building equity. It's less stable because a owner could put you out anytime, whenever they want to. You're subject to rent increase, which is very, very true. I've been saying at this house for 5 years, and in 5 years, the rent has went up $1,000. $1,000 in 5 years. You can't really fix up your place how you want to when you're renting, and just some people just frown upon you for, you know, whatever. So what are you guys think some of the pros and cons of renting versus buying? Let me know in the comments, and then Precious and Asia, you guys let me know too.
Well, I don't know. You know, I don't have an input on this.
What do you think though? What do you think? And do you
Well,
think
I mean, like, I think that, well, me personally, I eventually will want to own a home. Like, I want to own a home. I want to have a backyard. I want to have a front yard. Like, you know, I want my own piece of property, something that I could pass down, like Nanny did for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if it hadn't been for her purchasing the house, we wouldn't have, like, you know, we wouldn't have this. So it's like a piece of legacy to leave for your kids, you know? And I think, I don't know, I want to eventually rent. I mean, like, what the hell? If I could buy a house first, I'm going to buy a house first. But if I'm in a position where I have to rent, I'll rent. Like, you know, does that make sense? I want to purchase a home, but I wouldn't mind renting. But I don't know because I'm not in either. Like, you feel me?
What do you think, Asia? I understand, Precious.
I think it's situational. I don't think anybody should want a house right now, honestly, because the way things are going, I mean, for God's sakes, Red Lobster's closing, 99-cent stores closing. Those are people that could afford their homes before that business just closed. I think that people look at home ownership a little different than what it was. The homes that our elders bought that could be passed down to us, they bought those houses. Right. You're not buying a house right now. You're renting to own that house. If you lose that house, you lose everything in it. And I don't think people are considering that when they go to buy a house. So we've seen people lose houses.
Yeah, they think just because they bought a house. Oh, I bought a house. This is my house.
You didn't buy anything.
Your house until you got the deed.
It's not your house. Correct.
House. And still then it ain't your house, because if you pay your house off and get behind in taxes, they still can take it from you.
But that's any house. So even with that one, that pro of your rent could go up, well, taxes are going up too. So that's how a bunch of people just lost their houses after COVID, because the taxes, the insurance, and everything went up and they couldn't afford it. So you own that home, but now you lost the house. And I don't understand. And people are thinking, oh, you have equity, you could just pull the equity out whenever. No, you have to qualify to pull that equity out because that's a loan against your home. So it's a lot more red tape than people. And this is why I'm saying this, because to your point, people make you feel bad if you're not a homeowner. And some people feel pressured that has to be the dream, when maybe there's more money in stock or something else, a business, something else that you can leave behind. Also leave something that your predecessors will want, because you can pay off this house and then your kids sell it. The fuck you pay off a house for? Like, that might not be the goal. They might not want it. They may want to leave. So it's very different now, like Sophia said, than the ones that was passed down to us.
Juanita said we also didn't have such a huge homeless crisis back then. Also, at this point, folks be excited to have a roof over their head. I'm pretty pro either way. That's what I'm saying. If you think about it from when we was growing up, mostly all of our parents and grandparents had houses.
Yep.
And by the time we was adults, the houses was paid off. Even it's like, and they were our ages now. They was our ages. So it's like we can barely afford houses. Even some people can barely afford the rent, but to afford a housing in this day and time is like, how am I going to do this?
Our rent is more than
A lot
Everybody
of our
I know with a
rent-
mortgage, our rent is more than their mortgage.
unless they just bought their house, then they mortgage.
Yeah, I
is
don't know
more.
anybody that just bought one.
Yeah, I know people that just bought them and they mortgage is more now because
Yeah.
the houses is all over 500,000. That's
Yeah.
why. So
Yeah,
this,
I wouldn't.
I'm just saying, like, okay, so, but like when we was growing up, like I said, everybody we knew, parent owned a house where they could give it down. Like that girl said, we can't even do that no more. You can't be basically
You can
a
do
single.
anything you put your mind to. It's like the mindset. Like I don't care what nobody says. Like you can do anything that you put your mind to. But if they are feeding you this and having you constantly like fucking like ingesting.
Wait, she froze.
Then of
You
course,
froze, Precious.
Wait, Precious. Ingesting what?
Like is that
Yo-
weird? I just feel like I can't accept that. Like no.
We didn't hear
Your
you.
phone froze up. Say it again, Precious. Your phone.
I feel like everybody is ingesting this whole negativity, like, oh, we can't do this or I can't do this. I can do anything I put my mind to. So if I want to get a house and pass that shit down to my kids, and if they choose to sell it, whatever, that's just what it's gonna be. But if I feel like I can do it, I'm gonna do it. But
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you willing to move to get that home?
Huh?
Are you willing to move to get that home, or do you want it in California?
Yes, of course. It's just like how everybody moved to Victorville, like the outskirts.
No, out of California.
Everywhere. I mean, like, no, not certain states. And you don't have to necessarily move out of California to like move into a section like, you know, where you can afford. It might be on the outskirts, but do you want to move on the outskirts? Is that something that you're willing to do? Yeah, I would.
I would. Well, that's what I did, but
So
I
it's
still wouldn't. It's possible, but a lot of people, you gotta literally
work for that shit.
You
like
gotta work for it.
Nothing is
But
easy.
a lot of people nowadays don't want to be like how our grandparents was, and then work your whole life away just to have a roof over your head and not be able to enjoy your life. Like now, people rather enjoy their life than to work for another person all them years and you just have a roof over your head. Me, I would want to
afford the things that you want. That's like another level of entitlement in a sense. Like I want to enjoy this, but then it's like, what? Well, are you working to enjoy these?
But just think, I think they made it to they made it to make us think that we gotta work hard. The white people, they made it to where they want us to work hard like that. Mm-hmm. So we only have to work and we don't enjoy our life. They're not doing that shit.
It's all what you make it. It's all your perception, I feel.
But I feel like, but that's how it is. They raising these home prices because they don't want people to own houses no more.
There's people that make six figures losing their house and they don't spend money. Is gonna always be money. You could can you do it? You possibly can, but is the risk of losing it if you lose your job? Can you still do that? How long will it take you to secure enough to get
how
that
are you gonna adapt to the changes happening to your life? Like, how are you gonna adapt? That's really what it is. I mean, like every obstacle is there.
I want you to look at the price of homes, even in the outskirts.
I got it right now. That's what I was about to tell you.
Yeah, look at the price of homes. You can't even qualify these days.
I wrote it down too. So it said, I said the
do what you have to do to be able to qualify. Like that shit is crazy. It just seems real negative. Like if people are telling you you can't do something, then eventually you're gonna believe that you can't do it.
But have you gone through the process? No, you are, because they have to approve you. If they don't approve, you can't get it. It's so much.
They don't approve.
It's not the same.
No means go to next opportunity. One no leads to another no, will lead to a yes eventually, right? Or you just take the first no and just settle for that shit.
No, okay. Let me read the prices of the houses. Okay, so the current house in California, I did for California. Okay, this is currently 92,000 homes for sale in California. 92,000. The median list price in California is $764,000. $64,000 for a medium house. You have to pay at least 5 to 10%, sometimes 20% to put down on that house and closing.
Correct.
And if you calculate that up, that could be like $15,000 to $50,000. An average person don't have no $50,000 to put down on no house. They'll make the prices
to work towards.
No, you can, but it's just saying Back in the days, you didn't. Yeah, But the thing is, that's going off of your credit score. That's going off of how much you make and all that. Most people are not going to qualify for no $700,000 house. This is California though, for no $700,000 house in California, because you would have to be making almost $10,000 a month or more for a $700,000 house. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like they make houses high like this, so people would have to keep renting, because when you rent, you don't got to put that much down. You put it down now. Look, they only can put the first in a deposit. They can't do all that first, last, and deposit and all that. So you do that. That's cheaper than you have to put down $50,000. So they don't want you to own no house.
It's called gentrification.
They wanted to make it to where we won't own anything. We have to keep on renting. Should no house be no $700,000 house, and it's a regular house. So that's just in California. And then like I said, that depends on the loan that you get, your income, and your credit score. The cheapest places I looked also to buy houses, the cheapest was in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yep.
They houses, big difference, start at $230,000.
Yep. So how much do they make?
Exactly. Now that it didn't say how much they made out there, but their houses is starting at $230,000. Next, which I was surprised, was Sacramento. They said Sacramento.
Where?
Sacramento,
California.
Yes, I was surprised.
Robbing them out there.
But that's what I'm saying.
We just heard they was.
Sacramento is kind of raggedy, but I was still surprised because it was California.
Okay.
So the next one was Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
And after that, it was Fresno, California.
Yeah, a lot of people are moving to Fresno though.
Yeah, because it's cheaper to live out there. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it is achievable to buy a house, but I think you got to have a 2 household income, or a person got to really be making like almost $200,000 a year. Period. Like, if you want to buy a house in this day and time, not 5 years ago, but at this day and time, you would have to make almost $200,000, because they making the houses too high, and then they
or
small
you would just have to have good saving skills too, and you just make sacrifices.
Yeah, I'd rather move somewhere else. I would rather just rent then, because that's ridiculous. I'd rather rent unless I came into a lump sum of money. Now, when they giving away, when they doing closing and putting down on your house, then that's different. But then you got to make sure you get the right loan. Like they said, after that, what was it? It was like 2016 or something, when people was getting them bad loans. And then when, like you said, when they taxes and stuff went up, all them people lost their houses because it was an inflation on their taxes and everything, and they couldn't even pay their mortgage no more. Their mortgage was at first $1,200, and then it shot up to like $2,000.
That's all I'm saying is be wise. It's certain places where is the dream there? It is. That's why my first question was, are you willing to move out of state? Because other states as well, you own here, you own the house. Other states, you own the land and the house. That's different too. They can't make you move. They can't impose certain things on you. Here, if you don't put 20% down, you do the 5%. There's another fee on top of that. That is, well, I'll give you an example. The home I was going to buy was $500. The payment wasn't the problem. It was the additional $700 if I wanted to keep my money and not put the 20% down. If I went conventional, then that $700 would have still been in my pocket, but then my nest egg was kind of not there. And if something happened to the house, I wouldn't have money to fix the house. So you constantly shifting shit around, but I'm not okay with moving out of the state. I don't want to move out of state, but I want to own in another state. So I will own in another state, which was one of the bullet points Ro had. You would own somewhere else, but still rent here. I wouldn't own here. It's too many things bad.
I also read too that they said most of the millionaires and all that, they rent. They don't even buy it, that they rent. And
why do you think that they do that?
Crazy to me to see that. But Alondra said, I guess she said, what America is really profiting when we have unhoused and homeless on the rise, we got to create these social programs that increase taxes, especially on the poor.
Right. And those are being absorbed into the taxes we pay for different things. One tax is for like neighborhood. You know, when they build a new build in a place, it's a tax on there for school.
Yeah, it makes your tax
You know
go
what
up.
I'm talking about? Right. But it could be, the school is already there. But now that's something they could do on new homes. They keep putting barriers in front of us. It's called gentrification to make us not be able to afford it. Nobody wants to be house
I have
poor.
a friend that bought a house in Fontana maybe like 3 years ago. And she said that she's trying to sell her house now because she can't even afford it no more. She said because they making so many new builds around her that she can't even afford her house because her taxes keep going up every
Super
year.
want to sell her
She said
house.
that she's trying to sell her house and move to Texas. She was like, because it's getting too expensive. And that's what they want you to do. They don't want you to be able to afford to have.
Because they just got that money out of you. Think about a car that gets repossessed that's in good condition. I get to take my car back, resell it for more, and I still get to keep the money you gave me. I saw the other night, Super was talking and she was like, she wants to sell her house. I was like,
that too.
I was like,
but I don't know why
this
she wanted to
getting
sell her
bad.
house. I thought out in Louisiana that
House poor.
Huh?
House poor. Upside down. It's costing too much money for the house, like the light, the light bill, it's too big. She said the monthly cost of it is too much.
Oh, because I was surprised when I seen her saying she wanted to sell her house too. I was like,
I was surprised. And she bought her house. So she don't have a mortgage. She only got light bill, gas bill. She said her bills is like 40,000. Isn't that what she said? 40,000 just for the house a month?
That's crazy.
He said something like that, 40,000.
But she has a huge house.
Yeah.
Okay. Alondra said everything we were taught was a lie. I feel scammed about college, working hard, all for what?
Me too. I just really wish I would have bought in 2013 like I was going to, but I didn't. I thought I had time in the very next year.
Yeah, after COVID hit, it was a wrap. But yeah, that's a lot of people are saying that now too. That's why I said I feel sorry for the millennials. Like us Gen X barely could make it on buying a house. So what do you think the millennials are going to do? Which they already say they don't want to work. They be like,
I hope they leave.
Want to work. I'm not going to work 5 days a week. I ain't working over 40 hours.
Right. And save for what? They don't want to save. They don't want to nothing.
But the houses just think the houses are so much. It's like, what are y'all gonna do? So and like Alondra said, she feel like everything we was taught was a lie because they said, oh, go to school, go to college, get you a good job, and you'll live the American dream.
Back then, that was true.
What is the American dream now?
To survive. I don't
know.
What did you say?
You can't hear me?
No, I had, it's choppy over here.
Oh, I said, Alondra said everything that we was taught as kids.
Was a lie.
Yeah, was a lie, was a scam. Everything we was taught was a lie. I feel like we was scammed about college, working hard, everything for what?
Yeah, I mean, we were already scammed just by being black, so we were already gonna have.
That's the part.
1,000 loops. We was, you know what I'm saying? But
they really did make us seem
in front of us doesn't mean that we cannot achieve. We can. So we will. Me being a millennial, I will.
You will.
All that.
You will.
I think that if you still can if you want to, but I feel like you're gonna have to work hard, and I don't think you will be able to really enjoy your life. Like I feel like people nowadays need to enjoy their life. People back in the days, they did work hard and have their houses, but they didn't enjoy their life. All they did was go to work and come home, go to work, come home. You can't even enjoy your house because you at work all the time.
Can I tell y'all a secret? I hope this don't sound bad, but I feel like they wanted to leave us something, right? But they didn't have insurance like we have insurance. So I feel like my leaving something is my insurance. If you want to take my insurance and buy yourself a house, because you wouldn't get my house until I'm gone anyway. So I make sure that I keep really good insurance and it's going to them. That is what you will get. That way you could do whatever you want to with it. Knock yourself out. I'm still leaving you something. Again, it just looks different.
Yeah, Lisa said the American dream is the struggle.
I think so. Like, is it the rat race of it all? Is it the ability to keep up and not trip and choke out? Like, what is it?
I feel like in because I feel like if we move to other countries, they not struggling like us over here in America. I don't think it's like that. If I could get up and move to another country right now, and I know that I would be like, I wouldn't miss my family and all that, I would move.
I would.
I'm just scared. I don't know. I would just be up out of here like, please, peace. Okay, so let me read some of the people when I did the poll, when I said renting versus buying. So one girl said, buy a house. You're going to pay rent for something that you can just give away. At least if you buy a house, you can pull out some equity and pay some debt off. The bad part of the house that you have to pay for everything that is freaking broke. That's the bad part, which it is. Just think, last month, our water heater went out here. And I think they said he had to pay and he had to get a whole nother water heater, and he had to get all the flooring done downstairs. So I think he said he was out to like $15,000-$20,000.
Who was out that much?
I was like, how much is a water heater now? But they was like, how water heaters cost more than what it used to. And then I was like, well, how much is flooring? Because I really don't know. But I would say he maybe had to spend about 10, but I didn't think 20.
What happened? A pipe busted or something?
No, the water heater went out and it went through. It was all under the floor. They had to take up all the floor.
You don't think that man had insurance?
He was acting like he don't. He Chinese, so Asian. Sorry, Asian. And you know how cheap they be. So
and as well, your house is probably paid off like mine. So every money that we give every month, they pocket in that money. So you have to do something once. I don't care.
He has a maintenance man come over and do it. The maintenance man couldn't do that. So he always tries to pocket everything. So after that, he was kind of mad. But I'm like, boy, you raised this rent $1,000 in 5
that
years.
whole part. You've been sitting on money this whole time. Now you have to spend some, and it's gonna be a write-off because this is your business. Get out of my face.
Right. Okay. So the next person, Sophia said, with these high entrance rates, I say not right now. Hopefully, Proposition 33 will pass, and that will change or level all rates for purchasing and renting. So she said not right now. Yeah. Another person said wait till after election. Another person said buy if you can, if it makes sense with your finances. It's better when interest rates are low, but buying is better than renting. The equity in the home is also great. Also, if your income continues to go up while your mortgage payment remains the same, that's comfortable. That's a comfortable investment and peace of mind. Yes, homes can be expensive with expensive, but that's what home insurances are for.
Home insurance.
Another person said buy. Another person said always buy. Asia, you said depend on finances, resources. Technically, people are not homeowners until they're renting to own. Make sure a year of mortgage is put up. And who can really do that? Put up a year of mortgages. So you said what you said on here. Another person said buy. Another person said always buy, refinance when the interest rates are lower. So basically everybody's saying the same thing, to buy, but not right now when the interest rates go back down. But I wonder, will they go down? They said that they was going to go down. Look at how many houses are not being sold because can't nobody afford it no more. How much they want you to make. They want you to make so much more. So your thing is muted, Precious. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. So, I mean, I guess what everybody is saying is.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I don't know what you did.
Okay. Oh, my mic was off. I'm sorry. No, but eventually, once the houses sit on the market for so long, they'll have to drop the prices, right? The interest rate will drop, everything will drop, and then it'll be another chance to buy houses. It's almost like
stock.
waiting. It's gambling.
It's almost like stock. It is. It's exactly like stock.
Yeah.
When the housing market crashes, the value of your home also crashes. You lose equity. If it goes up, it goes up. Your hope is that it stays the same, but it's just like stock.
Yes.
Just like life. Anything can happen.
Yes.
So that's all I'm saying is, so Most people, like we said, most people are saying to buy, but not right now. To me, right now is better just to rent until you're able to make it. But the rent is almost damn near neck and neck unless they buy a house right now. Their mortgages is out of control.
Right.
But this is America. America. Your thing keep going out, Precious. So did you guys have anything else that y'all wanted to say about buying versus renting and the American dream?
Just be smart. I'm with So. Go for your dream. If that's truly your dream, I suggest before you start, go out and look. Talk to somebody that's in real estate. Take a look at what you're looking at and let that be your goal, and then work towards that goal. Don't go towards it blind or based on what used to happen, because things change. So you want to know exactly what you're going for. That way you don't think you're getting closer and be disappointed either. And you make sure that it's something you really want. It might not be a house. It might be a duplex, or it might be an apartment building. So you rent one and rent out the others. It's so many ways it could look. It's so many ways it could look. If you want it, you can get it. You can. Just be wise.
Well, guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, follow your dreams. Really, just follow your dreams. Shit, if you have a goal, shoot for that goal. Anything is possible. We see that shit every day.
Kanye West, find your dreams come true. And I wonder.
Stop looking at celebrities. Maybe that would be my last thing. Stop looking at celebrities.
Yeah, that is true. And seeing what they have.
Yeah.
Because
that's not real money. TikTok money, not real money. You go based off of what you want to do in your life as a career. That way you don't feel like a slave to working for something, and you enjoy the process. I'm with you, Ro. Nobody wants to go on that journey either and not like it. But can you get to it? Yes. But make it your dream and be realistic. You can't go out there and buy like Beyonce.
Who's to say what's realistic for somebody else?
Girl, money is money. 1 + 1 gonna always equal 2. If you want to be a teacher, you're not gonna own a home in Beverly Hills if you're a teacher. That's what I mean about be realistic.
Actually,
some people the naysayers say follow your dreams. If you know you can do that shit, and shut everybody up and slap all the tables down.
A lot of people, but still a lot of people don't want to be homeowners. Some people are okay with being rented. But I will say that people do need to stop watching reality TV and all these stuff, because half of these people, they don't be owning those houses. They be renting them and renting them only for the time that they
doing the show.
Yeah, they only doing it for the time that they doing the show. And after that, they going back to their apartment. They renting them home. Yeah, like, so y'all trying to be like these people on these reality shows when they renting everything. They renting their houses, they renting their cars, they renting their clothes.
Everything. Everything.
So
what you say earlier? You said the millionaires be renting. Everybody.
When I read that, I was so surprised. They was like the millionaires be renting, and they just, because they going to different places all the time. It's only certain millionaires, and it's be the ones like Beyonce and like all of them that's buying billion or almost $1 billion houses and stuff like that. But all the other millionaires, they will buy houses and they rent them out because they know that they can get all their money for it, or they doing Airbnbs where they can make the money back, like they rent them out for videos and stuff like that. So
Meg's house in LA, she was renting out. Remember, she had a fallout with a whole friend behind it. She didn't live in that house. Meg Thee Stallion, she was renting it out. Smart. But the point is, be realistic and go for your dreams in your way, not what you see somebody else is doing.
Oh, Boo said, it's Boo. Great discussion. I think they're pushing us to move out of the state and buy.
Agreed.
Well, just think, everybody used to leave California and either go to Arizona or to Las Vegas because it was cheaper. Now they neck and neck with California.
Yep.
So it's like, and now everybody want to go to.
No, cost of living is going up. It's like where everybody.
Even now everybody want to go to Texas.
Yep.
They saying in Texas it's starting to go up, but it's still cheaper than it is out here.
Yeah.
I think Texas is the closest we'll get to how much we make in California.
Agreed.
I think so. So you just have to follow what you want to do. If you feel like that's your goal to be a homeowner, which most of us was brought up to think that, homeowning are the ultimate goal to have your own your house, have your white picket fence and your kids and your family, then do that. If your dream is to just rent so you can move and go as you want, then do that. Like, it's nothing wrong. Don't let nobody make you feel like, oh, because you didn't buy a house, that you're a failure.
Right.
Because that might not be what you wanted to do. Don't let nobody make you feel no kind of way about nothing. If they not give you the money to do something, then they can't tell you anything, and they shouldn't make you feel away.
Right.
That's all I gotta say about it.
Period.
So hopefully everybody has a great
night. This was fun. I like it.
Rest of the week. And remember, don't let anybody steer you wrong, and don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. Don't let nobody make you get in your feelings. When they say something to you, you say something back that's gonna hurt their feelings. When they go low, you go lower. If somebody doesn't bring you peace, leave them alone.
Be sure to tune into my show.
You let them know, Precious, when it comes on.
This Sunday. What is this Sunday? What's today?
The 6th, I think. The 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6th. It's the 6th.
In it in with Charlie Joe.
At what time?
At 1. At 1 p.m. after I take a nap. Yeah.
Okay. Lisa said facts. Amber said beyond true. Yup, Texas. Amber said exactly. I don't know to what, but yeah. We all need to just get up and go. We should all just go move to Mexico.
No, I'll be here.
Right.
I would not mind moving to Mexico. It's so pretty there. Like, I would.
Send me pictures.
Okay, okay, let's go out of the country. Where would y'all go? If y'all could move anywhere right now out of the country, where would y'all go?
I really don't want to move anywhere because it's hectic everywhere.
Right, it's just a different poison somewhere else.
It's hectic everywhere. They don't like black people.
I would stay here. If everybody's coming here and they don't ever leave and go back, then my best guess,
America is where I'll be.
They
need to do something. They need to give us our reparations. You don't even gotta give us reparations. Give us a house.
Girl. Period. Thank you.
Give us our down payment on our house. Give us 40% down payment on a house so we could be able to afford it. And then
hopefully we'll do something when she get in there.
Yeah,
put something into law that can be changed when another president comes in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I want to know in the comments before we leave, where would y'all go? Would y'all move to another country or would y'all stay here? I don't know. That's why I need to travel out of the country more to these other countries and see what it's like. Because me and the mirror would be up out of here and we'd be like, we'll see y'all.
For real. You're going to be like, plane? Today.
So
what time are we leaving?
She said Amber said they not trying to help us. We'll see.
They blocking Americans from coming in. They're like, nah,
yeah, because they in the other countries probably really don't want us there because they do say that we feel like we're entitled. They say that all the time. Americans feel entitled.
And they come here and jump right on in. So they're just upset because they can't do it. And they come here and jump head first and don't contribute anything. So.
Oh, she said stay here, but it's so expensive. So I guess people don't really want to leave. Amber said she would go to Ghana. I probably would go to Africa too. I mean, it's not.
I want to be a dual citizen. Yeah. But they breaking their necks to get here too. So why? What's wrong?
I don't know. I need to go somewhere else. I'll go back to where I came from. Me and America go to Ghana.
You definitely came from Nigeria.
Nigeria. Take that back. I had to think about it. I'm from Nigeria, so me and America go back to Nigeria. We can stay there, like you said, 6 months on, 6 months off.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to come?
No.
I told you I want dual citizenship. Yes, I want to build over there.
I'll be right here.
Dual citizenship. I'm never leaving California.
Well, okay, that was our show for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching and just talking with us.
Good night.
Always say, let me know if you have anything that you want to talk about.
This is
Let me see what Alondra said.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona.
Kendrick Lamar was in Pomona.
Oh gosh, let me pause it for a second.
Oh my God.
Alondra said we need to flee America, but they not like us and they don't like us.
Period. Thank you. Y'all talking about going to other countries so they could beat us up? No, thank you. No, thank you.
Amber said it's cheaper. She said, "Have a great night, ladies." And then she said, "I heard he was." So Kendrick Lamar was really in Pomona?
He was in Pomona for real.
For what?
Shooting a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be from the P.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona.
Okay, so we'll see you guys next week, and make sure you guys press like, share, and subscribe. Asia, where we will see you tomorrow.
Melon and Madam, 9 p.m. Join us for the bullshit.
Yep, have a great night, everybody.
Bitch, Pomona. I had a club jumping, going nutty at the V-Bay.